Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant, finding room at midfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, let's get this. Switch.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll drop this one underneath the gasket. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 77 yards rushing now for Mostert as he picks up a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Mostert. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Here's Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.